Good day, everyone. Now let's talk about the cosecant function. The cosecant function is the reciprocal of the trigonometric function sin. Cosecant is one of the main six trigonometric functions and is abbreviated as cosecant x or cosec x, where x is the angle. In a right angled triangle, cosecant is equal to the ratio of hypotenuse and perpendicular. Since it is the reciprocal of sin, we write as cosecant x equal to 1 over sin x. Cosecant function formula. Since the cosecant function is the reciprocal of the sin function, we write its formula as cosec x equal to 1 over sin x. Also, since the formula for sin x is written as sin x is equal to perpendicular over hypotenuse and cosecant x is the reciprocal of sin x, we can write the formula for the cosecant function as cosec x is equal to hypotenuse over perpendicular.
So to graph a cosecant a function, as we know, cosecant x is defined for all real numbers except for the values where sine x is equal to 0. So we have vertical asymptotes at points where cosecant x is not defined. Also, using the values of sine x, we have y is equal to cosecant x as, so we have here as, so sine, we know that sine x and the cosecant is the reciprocal of sine x, which is 1 for sine x, in which sine x and cosecant is not equal to 0, because if sine x is equal to 0, so this function would be undefined, right? Undefined. So let's make a graph of sine graph. We know that the sine graph is, look, it's like this. And so if we graph this cosine function, so let's say cosine x is the reciprocal of sine x is 1 over sine x. So the graph would be, we now have a vertical, let's say this is our sine function, and if in cosecant function, if sine x is equal to 0, then the function is undefined. If we know that sine function is look like this, we now have the vertical asymptote at points where cosecant x is not defined. So this will now have a vertical asymptotes here, asymptotes here. So if we continue this function of a now our cosecant graph will be the reciprocal of sine. So this will be our graphing function of cosecant function, is the reciprocal of the sine function. So this will be our um, uh, how to graph the a cosecant function. So let's have a cosecant function example. So example A, so find the values of the cosecant of angles A, so angles A and angle C. Now see if right triangle at B um if AB if AB is equal to 12 and AC is equal to 13. So let's evaluate this mm, triangle. So first is we have here a, a Pythagorean formula. So AC is equal to um, AB plus um, BC squared. So substitute 13, our AC is 13, our AB is 12. 12 squared plus C, let's say x squared. Then we will now have a 169. 13 squared is 169. 12 squared is 144 plus x squared. Then minus both sides by 144. 144. This will now be cancelled out and x squared is equal to 25. So our x is equal to find the square root of 25 is 5. So now that we find the value of CB, which is 5, we can now find the cosecant value. So cosecant is equal to the reciprocal of uh, sine x. So let's have the cosecant is equal to hypotenuse over opposite. So cosecant angle A is equal to the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 13 over opposite. The opposite angle of the angle A is 5. So 5. So therefore, the cosecant angle A is 13 over 5, and cosecant C is equal to cosecant C is also hypotenuse over opposite. So hypotenuse is also 13 over the opposite is 12. So that's the how to find the cosecant angle of A or and C given by this right triangle.